This video is on how to repair cracks and chips on an induction hob glass. Something fell onto the edge of our hob, so we now have two chips broken off the edge. Hobs have an adhesive foam underneath to act as a shock absorber for when you place heavy pans on it. This foam is actually holding the long section of our damage in place, so as a first stage I'm going to use glass superglue to bond this section back in place. Make sure everything is as clean and dry as you can get it. Apply the glue into the length of the crack. Once done, squeeze and hold it in place. The glue takes about 30 seconds to support itself. Wipe any excess glue off with a slightly damp cloth, and it takes about 15 minutes to fully cure, but I left it for over an hour. To fix the missing chip of glass, which is difficult to see on the camera but basically most of the corner is broken away, we need to fill this with epoxy. I purchased a kit from Fascinating Finishers. Their details are in the description, and for clarity I have no involvement with them whatsoever other than as a happy customer. In the kit you get the two-part epoxy, some gloss enamel paint and an application tool. First we need to mix the two-part epoxy. Take an even measures of the black and grey putties and fully mix them until they are a uniform colour. I only needed a small amount, but mixed more than I needed to because it's just easier to work it that way. The epoxy takes about 10 minutes to start curing, so this is how long you have to work it. I'm applying it with my finger, which I dipped in water first for a bit of lubrication, working it into the gaps and then getting a rough shape. I then use the straight edge on the tool, again dipped in water. I shape the epoxy to match the existing glass. The total curing time is about 3 to 4 hours, but I left it overnight to harden. You can then clean the tools with water. The next stage is to apply the enamel paint. I masked off the areas I didn't want to paint as the bottom edge of the glass is clear, trimming the corner section, which is all epoxy filled, although it should be clear, but that can't be helped. And once I was happy with it, I left it all overnight. In the morning I got some 800 grit paper and with a small amount of water gently polished the painted area to give it a nice smooth gloss finish. And there we are, fixed.